for a new style of gym. And anyone who wants to partner with me on it, just hit me in my fucking DMs, you know? So I'm gonna create a gym. It's just like, you know, like studios rent studio space. And like people film, like there could be 5 different shows being filmed in there or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna get studio space, so I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 places that look like gyms in there. Like if you film it in like with like a camera, it's like, oh, it's a different gym entirely, right? So I'm just gonna have like places in there and like a kitchen and like a fucking fake bedroom and a fake whatever, like all content shit, right? And I'm just gonna charge people to use it. So we get all these fuckers out of the gym. Except me, I get to stay. So all gym owners, everyone has to like band together and ban tripods and then give the content creators no choice but to come to my gym. And I'll cut you in on a percentage. Anyone you see filming, you just fucking give them a card, be like, listen, you can still train here, no problem. Just you can't film while you train. We don't want you in here with your camera. But there's this great place that's gonna charge you like $400 a day. So I'm just gonna ding them like no tomorrow. Like, you know, if you wanna use people's piece of business as your place of business and use them for content, why are they not getting kickback? Do you know what I mean? Like I pay rent to train people at this gym. So therefore I pay rent to film at this gym, right? In essence, because I film my training with people and shit like that, right? So, whereas there's people that come in this gym, there's people that come in gyms all over the world. It's the same shit everywhere. Literally come in with like film crews and like disrupt an entire fucking gym of people who pay like at this gym be like $200 a month after tax almost. So like if I'm an average person who's a member here, like do I want to like have to fucking tiptoe around and not use a machine and whatever because I got some guy with like a literally movie setup and like he's moving equipment around and like dominating the gyms? Just tell that fucker, go to the filming gym. They got fucking sick. We'll rotate setups for you. We'll have like machines and we just shift them and then like different backgrounds, like white brick, black brick, like super modern. We'll just set up these little pods and you can film in them, right? We'll even have like a fucking private jet one so you can look like you're on a private jet.
Tell them we'll throw in the tripods on us, right?
Yeah, you won't need a tripod. We'll have fucking like legit cameras there for you. We'll own all your content. You have to buy it back off of us. It's a good business model. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are gonna take it. But yeah, it's getting a little bit, like we're sitting in the middle of the gym right now. There's no one around us, so we're not disturbing people. And if I was disturbing people, I'd move. Do you know what I mean? And other people just come into gyms and take the fuck over. Like, all right, let's get this shot over here. Let's get the fuck out of the way, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I saw this video, I was just watching before you guys came. This girl had her, like, she was doing fucking leg press or something, and the guy, like, walked by her camera, was like this. The camera's like, fuck you, motherfucker. That guy. I was like, well, fuck him, your camera. Don't say fuck him, your camera's there. He's like, he's probably pissed that you're like, you didn't kick it over. Or fucking yell at you, right? At least he gives your camera the finger. Yeah, it's like, that's not the point of this place, man. Like, the point of here is to work out. Like, if you can film yourself strategically and get away with it, cool, right? But as soon as you start impeding on other people, it's like, you can't be mad at them, dude. Like, you really can't. Like, if someone wanted to use this machine, we're here right now, and I thought we were in the way, I'd like, let's go over here. I wouldn't even have them ask. I wouldn't even have them like come to me and be like, hey, like, I'd be like, let's get the fuck out of the way. You know what I mean? But yeah, so content only creators gym coming soon.
I got a question from someone asking.
Go ahead. I love questions. I can't get enough questions, actually. I think I have a booger in my nose. Yeah. Am I good at a booger in my nose?
Let's zoom in. Let's do a check.
Which one? You got allergies like crazy. There's no Coke up there, right?
We'll get it up for you, don't worry. Just snort harder.
Yeah, what's your question?
This guy said he's trying to get into competing.
Don't.
He doesn't know what his first steps are. He has no coach.
Don't. End of question. Don't bother. No, find someone. A lot of guys that compete for the first time, they find someone that like they perceive knows better than them, and they go with this like random guy. I would try to like avoid that path, getting off on the wrong foot, and hire like someone who actually is a fairly reputable coach that maybe you can afford, or a reputable friend that you think knows his stuff, not just someone who's competed one time and like do the diet I did. You know what I mean? Like, that's how things get going on the wrong course, and then it takes people, they do 3 or 4 shows with that mentality, and then and all of a sudden they're like, oh fuck, this is not how I'm supposed to do this. I've wasted all this time. Now I actually have to go about finding a real person to help me, right? So just avoid all that wasted motion and wasted effort, and just find someone that knows what they're doing decently well off the bat. Like, you're not a fucking IFBB pro and Mr. Olympia. You don't need to hire top dude paying whatever $5,000 a month, or like, you don't need all that. You just need someone to get you on the right path that could maybe one day, hopefully, you're, God willing, you do well and you get up to that level where you can work with coaches like that, right? But even a coach like that who is the top level, if you're an inexperienced guy and you came to him, you've never done a show, he'd be like, I don't really think I'm the guy for you. Like, I'm not here. Maybe like call me in a few years. You know what I mean? Like, and don't be in a rush to do a show. Everyone's in such a rush to do a show when they get into working out or get in shape, and for some reason, like, it gives them a goal. So like, they're like, oh, I have a goal now and I work towards it. And then they do the show and it's like, okay, well, now the show's over, what do I do? And they're like, well, now I do another show. So it's like you're chasing this invisible dangling carrot all the time of doing a show and being your best, but you're not enjoying like working out. Just work out and enjoy it. And if doing a show like as part of that process, cool. But like, don't make the show the reason why you're doing stuff. Like, you got it ass backwards if you're doing that. Like, doing shows is not fun. Dieting is not fun. I hate to break that to everybody. Like, everyone wants to act like dieting isn't that bad. Well, meanwhile, I see people walking around every gym who are dieting looking like fucking The Walking Dead. Like, and like, they can't even keep their fucking brain straight. They forget everything. They're miserable, and they look great, but they feel the worst they've ever felt. So don't be in a rush to do that. Yeah. It's not fun. The end reward is fun when if you go on stage and you do well, or even if you don't do well, but you feel like you accomplished something. But like, getting there it's a bitch, man. It's not fun.
So even on this topic of competing, so when you were competing, like, how did you deal with like goal setting to gain mass? Like, people always ask this question, like, how do I gain mass quickly? Is there something that you
It's not rocket science, man. You gotta eat. You're gonna have to probably be uncomfortable with the amount of food you're eating, because obviously what you're eating currently isn't enough because you're not seeing progress. So you got to give the body more fuel to stoke the fire to get the growth to happen, right? So, and then it comes into the fact, like, understand I'm never talking to naturals on this channel. I'm not speaking to you guys. You can log the fuck off. I don't give a fuck. So like, then you have to like think about like what compounds are you taking, like, are you taking the best stuff to optimize growth for yourself? Like, have you working with someone that can look at your blood work and see like kind of like what issues you might have or what stuff you should kind of stay away from? Like, if your kidneys are cool and livers are cool, then like, let's see how far we can push till we start seeing some type of response. Then we know how far we can back off, or like where our thresholds are for different stuff, and you can be smart about it. Unlike people like me, who I literally competed for, I think I started competing in 2005. I didn't have my blood work done until I was done bodybuilding, like 5 years past bodybuilding. I didn't do my blood work once at all. And I got up to 330 pounds. My blood pressure was probably like, I never checked it. Yeah. Because I was brought up in an era where like we really didn't do that.
I was gonna say, coaches never told you to get your blood work checked?
No. Yeah. I didn't have a coach. Well, the coach I had was like my friend who passed away, and he was just like, as long as we're growing. And I wasn't the one pumping the brakes like, whoa, let's take it easier. I was like, yeah, more. I was like, more.
So do you remember at that time when you were like competing, like how much you're spending on food, especially if like it's an expensive like hobby to get into, especially with what you're taking, and on top of that eating, like.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways around it. When you look at a bodybuilding diet, whether you're a woman or a man, it's kind of the same shit, man. No one's really doing anything different. Like, it's like you're looking at protein sources, meat, fish, chicken, maybe some other random sources that I don't know what people eat, but that's going off like the broad spectrum. That's what we eat. Carb sources are like sweet potato, rice, brown rice, maybe like some type of like multi-grain bread, or like you know what I mean, it's nothing fancy. So it's like, if you can go to Costco, or you can go to like places like, you can go to a meat distributor, or you can go to like a fish market where you can get stuff in bulk and get a deal on it, then you kind of have your food for the week, right? You're not like, it's a lot more, to be honest, it can be a lot more affordable to a degree. I mean, once you get to a certain size, the portions of the meals and the amount of food gets fucking pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But if you're an average sized guy, like, or girl who's competing, like, you can probably get away with spending like a decent, like, not too crazy amount of money on your weekly groceries if you understand how to buy shit and portion out properly and like shop smart. Because I mean, if you're only eating that food and you decide to eat that food year round, you don't include like junk, like this, that, the chips, the fucking whatever, like, oh, I eat this in the off season and I'm pounding fucking this, like, that's the shit that gets expensive. Because when you're buying all the extras or ordering pizza all the time or fucking eating burgers out constantly, like, but if you stay within your diet, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, you can get a fucking 10, 12, 15 pound bag of rice at Walmart for like $12. It's gonna last you a long fucking time, man. Like, you know, what the fuck? I go through one of those bags of rice in like a fucking 2 weeks, maybe. But I mean, the average person, they're not eating what I'm eating, right? So
I've seen videos of like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like what he eats in a day, and like his like lunch or breakfast meals, and it's like huge, you know. And it's like, I guess someone at that size, it changes depending on people's weights and their goals.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he's burning more calories on a day than the average person because he's already got so much muscle mass on him. Plus, he's got to feed that muscle mass and like keep it fed and growing and in a state of like, he's in a state of building or a state of depleting, depending on what he's doing for getting ready for a movie or whatever it is that he's doing for life. But he's a big dude. I don't know his height, probably like 6'5", like 260s, something like that. So it's a big fucking dude. He's probably eating like over 5,000, 6,000 calories a day to gain weight. So it's not going to be a cheap diet, but he can afford it. So.
Well, even him, he can afford. I've seen videos of him, like he travels with his gym equipment. Like he always gets it shipped out. He sets up a gym where
the Iron Paradise. He gets it put everywhere. Commented on my post, but I don't believe it's you, Mr. Rock. So
we gotta get him in.
I think it's I think it's someone working your Instagram for you.
Yeah.
Because you commented the exact same thing you commented on someone else's post. Just added a little flair of like, maybe you really saw the video. It's whatever. Fuck. It's cool getting a comment from The Rock, but it'd be cooler if it was coming from him actually.
Yeah. We gotta get him in Toronto to get him in a training session. You know, show him the mic weight.
I'll come out to Iron Paradise wherever it's at.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
We'll get it lined up.
Yeah.
Someone else has, this isn't more for competing, but I know we always talk about mobility and movement. So he's saying, how can I work on my flexibility and my balance?
There's a lot better resources for that than me, and I use a lot of resources outside of myself to like figure out what's going on. But like people on the Instagram that you can easily connect to and like see their stuff right away would be Twist Training. I think it's TWS Training. I'll show fucking guy. Twist Training. I think that's how he says it. He's really good. But Juji has his own. He has his own Stretch Strong app where it's like an app for flexibility and all this shit. So he does a lot of like crazy like mobility stuff. He's a lot more flexible than you and me are probably, but his whole I think premise behind the app, I've never spoken to him about it, but it's just that he comes from a background of like tumbling and like being able to do like gymnastics type shit.
Yeah.
So he's just like, now that he's getting older, he's just like, I'd rather focus more on that than he's killing himself with these heavy weights before and doing all these crazy videos, and they're like jaw-dropping, but they're like taking a toll on him, right? So he's like, man, I'm just gonna shift my focus to this. And it's like, the more bodybuilders paid attention to it, or anyone who works out, not even that you're a bodybuilder, someone just takes care of themselves, just doing this like little mobility shit, like whether it's arm swings or fucking like band work and like working through stuff, pulling your shoulder out and all this stuff, it helps a lot. And it's way better than you just doing nothing. Or just coming in the gym and being like, oh, I'll do some warm-up sets. It's like, you can do that when you're young, and then when you're older, it's like, no. So get started when you're young. Don't wait till you're sore to start stretching, or you have problems. Just don't be like these kids in here who are 18 that are doing like an hour fucking long shoulder routine to warm up. Like, your shoulders are good, dude. Just give it a little roll out and fucking.
So I want you to do that video.
Oh, fuck this guy. I hate this fucking guy. Even your phone doesn't like him. It froze. 2 belts. This has to be in Florida. Is this in Florida? We should find out what LA Fitness this is. He's got 3 belts on, sorry. Such a fucking idiot. Like, here's the issue. That guy, it's not him. He's not an idiot. Well, he is an idiot. He's an idiot, but the only reason why I know he's an idiot is because you idiots watch him. And you idiots comment on his stuff and like write all this stuff and like, oh, it's crazy. It's just, don't watch it. Just fucking block it from your content. Like when it pops up, be like, not interested. Or like block it so you never see it again. I have so many people blocked on this fucking thing that I don't ever see their content, so I don't know anything about them. And that way it doesn't bother me. I don't care. People are like, do you see so-and-so's thing? I'm like, nope, I fucking don't. And more than 3/4 of the people that I follow, I have muted. I don't even know what they're doing. I just follow them because I like them, but I don't want to know what you're doing. If I want to know, I'll talk to you. I'll come up, I'll call you or text you. I don't want to know your fucking life story. Did you see my last post? No, why don't you just tell me what you did? Fucking, did you see my last post? What is it, a media release? You got a PR team? Fucking Christ. I'm putting out a post today. Like to his girlfriend, I'm putting out my post today, babe. It's probably gonna go crazy. Walks around the gym, everyone's like, did you guys see my post? No. Whoa, what? Wait, what's wrong? You're depressed? Yeah. All right, fuck.